Hello YouTube, welcome back to DBX Insights. Today, before we get started actually, I want to give a little shout out to Greek Kid from 6. He comments on all my videos. I know him personally, his name is George. Shout out to George, Greek Kid from 6. And so he comments on all my videos, I'm very grateful for that. If you guys want to be featured in a shout out, just comment down below and I'll shout you out before my videos. Best comment gets a shout out, let's put it that way. Today we are going to be talking about how we can reduce our stress. Stick around to the end because I got a little pro tip, something that I think really helps me out. I've started it over the past like 90 days or so and it's really helped me reduce my stress and I want to share that with you guys. So first, what we want to do is reduce the amount of stress we have and then learn how to cope and deal with the leftover stress, because we're not going to get rid of all the stress we have in our lives. We will always have some form of stress in our lives, and that's just the way it's going to be. What is the first step to dealing with stress? The first step to dealing with stress is to be present in the moment. You probably heard this many times, but stress occurs when we're thinking about other things. When you got 2, 3, 4, 5 things going on in your mind and you're not being in the moment. You're thinking about what's going to happen tomorrow, what happened in the past. Regret and anxiety, those two go along really nicely with stress. They really compound with stress together. So you have to stop, take a breath, and just be in the moment. Right now I'm playing some basketball. It's a little cold outside. You get a feel for everything around you. There's a lot of cars going by on the highway around me. This is living in the moment. Don't be thinking about that test you have tomorrow or when you're gonna meet up with that girl or something, right? You gotta think about what's going on right now. That's the first step. The second step, to understand what stress really is. Stress is when we worry about outside events that aren't happening right now. These are events that could be happening in the future. This could be events that already happened and are giving you stress and anxiety because maybe something went wrong or something didn't go as planned. And really, a lot of stress comes from multitasking in your mind. My advice for you is to take one step at a time. Focus on one task at a time. Here's my pro tip for this video. Make a list. And I know you guys are saying, okay, like what kind of pro tip is that? That's garbage. Make a list. I've heard this so many times. Make a list. I'm lazy too, I understand, I don't want to make a list. If you're super lazy, what you could do is you could even write this on a napkin or a Kleenex if you really want to. Obviously, I write it on a piece of paper because I already wrote it once and that's good enough for me. Just write tomorrow, ... that's it. And what I want you to do is underneath tomorrow, write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The things that you will do not for today, but for tomorrow. And before each night, before you go to bed, what you're going to do is you're going to write out what you want to do for tomorrow. I'll give you mine, for example. I have a baseball Instagram account that I need to post on every single day, twice a day. So I make sure the first thing on my list is post on IG. Second thing on my list. Currently, I'm looking for a job and I have an interview today at 3:30. So second thing on my list, go to job interview at 3:30. Third thing, finish my English. I have English in high school. Fourth thing, complete construction, which is another course that I have in high school. And even playing basketball, you can put playing basketball on there. The things that you put on your list don't always have to be something that seems like a chore to do. Playing basketball, sometimes even having fun playing baseball with my friends. And then once you do it, you check it off. The thing is with the list, you must tackle one obstacle at a time, and that's why it is so important. You must focus on one task at a time. Posting on my Instagram, I must start with that and I must complete that. I cannot have check mark posting on Instagram. You either post or you don't. So I do the post, complete it, check mark it. That's one thing done. Next thing, I have class in the morning. I go to my English class. English class is finished. I'm already here playing basketball. That's done. That's 2 things that I've already completed today. Next, I'll have playing basketball, having fun playing basketball. Once I come home from this, I could check mark that. That is the 3rd thing done today. But creating a list helps you focus on one task at a time. And this is what I wanted to share. This is a block method. Imagine your stress as a block. I have 5 things I need to do today. 5 things within this block of stress. Making a list will help you break down that massive block of stress into 5 individual pieces. Posting on the Instagram, that was 1 piece. That is done. Now I have 4 other pieces left, and since it's done, I check marked it. I don't have to check it for the rest of the day. It is done. Next thing, whether it was the job interview or it was completing English, that is done. That I can set aside. I do not have to worry about it. Now I only have 3 things left, and it's just tackling things one thing at a time. When you think about writing a list and checking things off, you get a sense of accomplishment. Not only that, but you are tackling tasks that you had set out for the day that you are now completed with. You don't check mark something off if you haven't done it. Once you check mark it off, it is done. You start worrying about it. And that's why creating a list is so important. The 4th and final tip, this one does not revolve around making a list or being in the present, but it's more so focusing on the things you can control. You only have power over things you can't control. I can't control the weather. A few days ago when I was making my other video, it was nice and bright and sunny, but now it's cold, it's freezing, and I have gloves, and as you can see, my gloves are really worn out. That's why I got my fingers showing, but I can't worry about the weather, and I'm gonna make a video no matter the weather because that's just something that I enjoy doing, and I feel like I can provide value to you guys with this video, so that's why I'm making it. I wouldn't be making it for any other reason. Focus on the things within your control. What are things within your control? Things within your control are like this basketball. If I came here and this basketball wasn't bouncing, that's in my control. I didn't pump it up. That's something you should worry about. But something like the weather or the wind or the rim being broken. If the rim is broken, for example, how is that your problem, you know? You came up and it was broken. Maybe you go to a different court or something, right? But only focus on the things within your control. Realize that you cannot control things that you have no influence on. And then you'll just start to accept the things the way they are. And that's really what dealing with stress is all about. So let's just do a little recap of this whole video. So to start, oh, that's a nice Mercedes though, jeez. First car, no, I can't get a Mercedes. I'm not gonna be like everyone else. I can't get that. Maybe I'll get a Honda Civic. But, so dealing with stress, first thing, live in the present, be in the moment. Oh my God, there's a beautiful Corvette. I'm getting so sidetracked. First thing, live in the moment. Live in the now. Take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders. Some people walk around like this all day. Relax your shoulders and just accept everything that comes to you. Number 2, create a list for the day. Not only will creating a list for the day help you focus on one task at a time, but before you go to bed, you won't be stressing. You won't have anything in your mind because it's all down on that piece of paper. Everything you need to know is there, so you don't have to worry. You don't have to stress about anything tomorrow. You check it off as you go. You deal with the block. You cut that block into pieces, and you set aside those pieces once you're done, and you forget about it. Then you just have what's remaining, and you deal with that. The third thing, the last thing we talked about, only focusing on things within your control. Don't focus on things outside of your control because you have no influence on them. There's really no point in wasting your time on it. All right, guys, my name is Daniel. This channel is DBX Insights. I hope this video helped. These are just 3 things that I do to help me with my stress. Being a teen, there's a lot of stress, so gotta find a way to cope with it, a way to deal with it, a way to reduce it. So if you guys enjoyed that video, you guys know what to do. Comment to get a shout out in the next video, and peace.